That sounds horrible.
Good morning, beautiful people. Today's video, back to the truck saga. Got my part. Now I get to dig into this thing. So there is a sensor that I found that is bad, and from what I've heard, this sensor just wreaks havoc on these things. It'll put them in limp mode, and yeah. The sensor is on the very back of the motor. I can get to it if I take off, half the motor on this side, or I can lay on the ground in the mud and reach up with one hand and kind of get to it. I'm gonna go this method because we had like 3/4 of an inch of rain yesterday and it's very muddy. So I'll set you guys up with a time lapse or something while I get into this. Hopefully, cross your fingers that this ICP sensor is what the problem was. I've done so much research on these things, it's ridiculous. I never thought I would be a part-time diesel mechanic, but that's all right. I enjoy learning all sorts of things, and learning how to take care of these trucks is kind of cool. Yeah, there's all sorts of bad stuff said about the 6.0, but I've also heard some good stuff from the people who have had them for years. So all that said, I'm gonna dig into this thing. I'm really hoping this fixes it. If it doesn't, I found a shop that's about half an hour away. I'll get it hauled down to a shop because I'm running out of things to check and fix. And that's kind of a weird feeling. It's like, well, I don't know what's wrong with it. Let's get started. All right, I am having one heck of a time getting in here to this sensor. Basically, it's back here. I don't even know if you can see it. It's behind the turbo, and I just dropped my flashlight. It's way back there behind that exhaust manifold line right there. It's tucked back right in there. I've watched videos on how to get this, and everybody says if you go from the top, yeah, you have to take more stuff off, but it's easier to get to. Man, y'all got some small arms. Good night. This thing it's kicking my butt. That is the part. Just a tiny sensor. All this headache for something that big. All right, back at it. Got it. I'd be very surprised if that was the deal. All right, let's go back in with a new one. All right, got the sensor replaced. It's a chore just plugging it in. Something I found while I had this wiring harness apart, well, not apart, just out. So here's the plug. Someone's been in there already. You can tell by the electrical tape. There's a sensor right next to it. I don't know if you can see that. Focus. Anyways, that is a whole bunch of burned, melted, bare wires. Not that anybody is really interested. This is a homesteading channel, not a automotive channel, so I apologize. But finding something like that makes more sense for having squirrely stuff happen. Wires that are supposed to be separated are now grounded out. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm gonna see about finding a new wiring harness thing. I think I can fix it for now. I can separate everything. I have some high temperature tape down in the barn somewhere. But yeah, I'll get that all taped up for now, see if I can get everything back together and fire it up and see if it's working, see if it was just the sensor. At this point, I'm not gonna hold my breath. We've been without a car for a week and a half, 2 weeks now. So yeah, what's another week, right? Yeah, if this doesn't fix it, then I'm officially out of ideas. Like I said earlier, we'll probably haul it to a shop. Or just, rip the motor out and grab the 7.3 out of Sasquatch and put the 7.3 in here. I mean, we got all the parts. That's like, down the road a ways, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna get this button back up and get it fired up, see if it works. All right, everything's buttoned back up, everything's connected, everything's where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna fire it up, cross your fingers. I mean, technically it's sat here for almost 2 weeks now. Haven't fired it up, so it's gonna be a kind of a hard start anyways, but it's not very cold, so it'll be all right. Yeah, here goes nothing. All right.
That sounds horrible.
It's not fixed.
Not fixed.
I had a sneaky suspicion.
Well,
that means it wasn't the sensor.
yep.
Even though that sensor was nasty. Well, there you have it. Hey, it was worth a shot. All right, so in the meantime, you guys can check out and see what I've done while I've been waiting on parts to show up. I've been cutting lumber, getting ready to start making beds. I'm really having a fun time. I've really enjoyed what I've been working on. I've got a whole ton of footage of all that, and so here it is now. I gave it another shot. It's idling rough, but it actually started. I guess I gave up too quickly. Yeah, you can hear it. It's not, doesn't sound like it's misfiring. Let's see if it'll actually run.
I think this is the longest it's ran. Sounds pretty good, but not the best.
There it goes. Well, there it went. It died. That's what it's been doing. That was what it was doing before we changed that sensor. So now I'm officially out of ideas. That was exciting. It actually fired back up. I guess that's going to do it for today. I was hoping it was going to be a happy ending, but hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. So I will catch you guys on the next one.